Welcome to the program today, everybody. Glad to have you listening in by radio, and those of you that are here on YouTube, welcome everybody. Doc, it's been an interesting few weeks. We could every time we come to the studio, we could just talk about what's going on.
Yeah, there's no way to keep up with it all.
Yeah.
But that's the birth pain process. The closer you get, the
Yeah.
quicker they are.
And with technology, stuff is so speeded up. We're so close to the mark of the beast and
That's
the one
right.
world empire, and it's like we're ready to go back in time to Hitler's day, only with technology. Imagine a Hitler and his regime, because it wasn't just Hitler; it was his regime.
Yep.
Imagine if they had the technology we have.
Oh, we'd all be speaking German.
Yeah. If we're
That's my family's mother country. So
that
I
is,
guess
yeah. He's got some German, and I got a lot of French in me. But
Yeah.
All right. Well,
You're talking about your language, or
no, not my language.
Hey,
but
man.
I think I know some French words that my mom used to use that we're not supposed to use. But
I got you.
But she thought she was getting away with it. But when we grew up, we started to question some of them words. And don't say that, she said. I'm going to get in trouble. My mom watches these sometimes.
Amen.
Hi, Mom. Love you. And, so anyway, we got a lot to talk about. First of all, Doc, let's talk about the conference coming up so we don't forget that. July 3rd. I don't even know I haven't talked to you in a few days about this, but this thing's exploding, Doc. We've got people all over the country coming.
Well,
There's a couple from Colorado already got their room booked. They're flying in. They're staying for the whole thing. I haven't heard for sure on Phyllis yet in Arkansas. She's trying to come with some people there. She's the one who got us started here 3 years ago. There's a guy in Chicago. His room is all booked. He's coming for the whole thing, I believe. And now I'm trying to remember where this other guy's from. Anyway, there's another guy just told me he's
I'm
coming.
honored that folks would do that, but
Well, I think they're coming to see me, Doc.
Oh, well, okay.
No, Doc is doing all the speaking. They're coming to be. They want to meet both of us, so people are excited, and the Pastor Jordan seemed excited to me.
Seems like it, and
he said this thing's really snowballing, and I think there's a lot of churches in the area that are going to come.
he said one of the churches is bringing their whole church Sunday morning.
Yeah. Wow. Now, I told my wife got a call to somebody bringing their whole Sunday school class or 6 people. I don't know. I'm not sure that's the same one he's talking about.
I don't know,
but we'll take it. And so this thing starts just real soon here, July 30th. If you're coming from afar, you'll want to come in on Saturday and get the Sleep Inn is where most of us are staying, and there's a church discount there. So if you are coming in, first of all, contact us. We'd like to know that you're coming. And but if you're coming and you plan on staying in a hotel, we would recommend you check out the Sleep Inn. When you call them, tell them you're here for the Lighthouse Baptist Conference, and there's a discount, and it's a good discount too, by the way. So you don't have to stay there, but I'm just saying there's a discount there, and Doc and I'll be there, and we're hoping to be able to spend some time with some of the folks that travel to come. We'd love to have breakfast, do whatever. I'm hoping we can rub shoulders a little bit. Now, Sunday's going to be a busy day. Let me just say that. Sunday, Doc, you're starting at 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. You're doing your first of 6 sessions on the walk through time.
Yes. I'll start in Genesis, verse number 1, and by Wednesday night we walk through the end of the book of Revelation.
All right. So Sunday alone, there'll be 3 sessions, 3 of the 6. So if you had to pick a day and you could only come once, Sunday's the day to be there. You'll get 3 sessions. You'll get the first 3 sessions of Doc's presentation. So that would be great. We're doing 10 o'clock. There'll be a 15-minute break probably, and then 11 o'clock. And then we're going to lunch. Everyone just goes, and everyone's on their own, I guess. We'll come back, and your 3rd session starts at 7, but we got something special going on at 6 o'clock. We're going to record a TV program right there at the church with Brother Jordan, And Mr. Goodwin, you've got YouTube on the screen back there for some reason. Anyway, YouTube's fine. We do have a YouTube channel and a Rumble channel. And watch us on YouTube. Okay, I missed that. That's on purpose. All right, so I messed up. I thought it was a mistake, but watch us on YouTube. She's changed that on us, Doc, and I didn't know it. So I apologize. That's my mistake there. That's supposed to be there.
Oh, that's just number one of the day, or?
That's just number. No. There's been several already. You haven't been around me all day. So it's 6 p.m. You don't have to, but if you want to show up at 6 p.m., you're going to be a live audience for the recording of Prophecy in the Spotlight. It's going to be exciting. We're going to interview Brother Jordan, the pastor, and we're going to talk to him about what it's like to pastor in the Laodicean age that we're living in. Yes. And woe unto the pastors out there who don't understand the age we're living in.
Yes, sir.
You better understand where we're at. You'll commit suicide. You'll quit the ministry. You got to realize the age that we're living in, and because it makes a lot of difference. And then your third session at 7:00. Brother Jordan told me there's going to be a snack after the evening service. And I don't know if that's Sunday though, but I know at least Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday after it's over there'll be drinks and snacks and no beer, but drinks, soft drinks, of course, water and some snacks and a time to get out there and chat, talk, and
before each Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to have a question and answer period.
Right. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it starts at 7, but we're going to start at 6
with question and answer.
With a question and you don't have to come to that, but there'll be a question and answer thing. From 6 till about 6:45,
something like that,
and so that'll be fun. I've always enjoyed those, and so we've got a lot stuck into this thing. There'll be special music each time. There'll be a congregational song or two, and I believe they'll have a special somebody singing.
Won't be a lot of singing because I talked to him the other day, and I most of these sessions Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be every bit of an hour long. And there's a lot of material to try to cover.
Yep.
And I have to decide what to leave out because there's a whole lot.
Yep. So I'm sure he'll figure that out. I mean, we could sing one verse of a song and then have a special and get you right up there. And you're going to be some wore out by Wednesday.
Yeah. This is not my first rodeo of this.
We could have tag team speaking. You get wore out, just tag me and I'll come up and take off where you left off.
I'm sure it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't because I don't know the science stuff that you've got in there.
We'll have a good time though, folks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. By the way, this is going to be recorded, and it's very possible that they may pan the audience now and then. I don't know. It may be that you'll get on the DVD. All right, so. People like that kind of stuff. So, and I think a live audience is an added blessing here, and adds to the atmosphere of the video and all that. So, all right. So that's what's going on. Hey, contact us if you're coming and you're not from that church, but you're coming to because you want to be part of this. We would sure like to know about it in advance. But if at least let us know after you get there. Hey, I came from Australia and I flew in, and so I came from down under. So, all right, well, moving right along, Doc. I do have a story here, but let me go ahead and jump in.
We need to talk about your new book.
The new book. All right, and we don't have much time, but there's a new book. It's at the printers right now.
Okay.
In a couple of days, they'll be sending me a proof copy to look over. And then we'll have them printed. But it's called Redemption Through the Ages, and you made it in the book, Doc. we got a section in a blank page on the left. I put your quote there. It's all about redemption.
It is,
and
it sure is.
It's 80 pages. I wanted it to be a smaller book. I was trying to get it. I wanted a 40-page book, but it didn't happen, and that's okay.
It's too important of a subject to limit too much out. Yes.
It is. And let me read the introduction here to the book if I can find it. I've got it printed out here on paper, but I don't have a. Here's the introduction to the book. Let me give the introduction to the book if I could here. This is on the back cover, I believe. We are living in the final moments of the New Testament church age, which we often call the Laodicean church age. And I give Revelation chapter 3 here, but the Bible says that in the final days a great apostasy will infect God's people. It is described in Revelation 3 as the great apostasy. And we're in that time right now. The passage describes the average church, not the world around us, which is what I think a lot of preachers miss.
Yes.
The apostasy is us. It's not the LGB crowd.
No.
It's God's people that apostatize.
Yes.
One of the areas under attack is redemption. Not only is there confusion about salvation and eternal security in this final age, but also there is a false teaching about salvation during the Old Testament as well as the tribulation time to come. And there are people, Doc, and you know this, that believe that there's a different way to heaven in the Old Testament than there is in the church age. Those same people believe that during the tribulation, you go back under the law and you have to keep the law. You have to hold out till the end. There's no eternal security. It's just ridiculous, Doc.
Well, you're right. And there are a lot of people that think that the age of grace didn't begin until the church age.
Yeah.
That's not true at all.
No.
It's always been by grace.
It sure has. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
Yes, it always has been.
I guarantee you Adam and Eve got grace.
That's
when
right.
God killed a lamb and shed blood, put lambskins on them, that's grace. There's no keeping the law.
No.
And I deal with this in the book in great detail. And I talk about the fact that without the lambs and bulls and never saved anybody. They were pictures and types, figures of the one to come.
That's what Paul spent so much time in the book of Hebrews about.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have an illustration, a couple illustrations in here. I can't wait for people to read the book. I have 2 illustrations in this book, or maybe about 4 illustrations that are just no one's ever heard before. I've never heard anybody talk about what I've shared in here. I sit around and I think all the time. I'm trying to find ways to explain things that people will grasp. And I came up with some unbelievable illustrations. I shared one of them with you a few minutes ago. We don't have time to read it right here, but we're going to do a TV show on this anyway. And but I wanted to let the folks know on the radio, on YouTube, that right now the book is on the website, prophecyinthespotlight.com. The book is there. All they do is go to Prophecy in the Spotlight. They'll see the cover of the book, and they can pre-order the book.
I'd encourage them to do that.
And by the time they pre-order it, it's going to be almost ready
to ship.
But I mean, I could sure use some folks to pre-order this thing. There's a pre-order where you order 5 for $50. You get 5 books, free shipping. That's a good buy. There's also a way that they can buy 3, and so it sure would help with the cost to me of
it's
printing
a lot
this
of
thing.
upfront costs that people they don't realize.
Yeah, and you've written some books too. You know all about that.
I've got 2 being printed now. So,
you don't pay as you go. You pay for all of them, and so you have to buy all the books up front. So, folks, I hope that you'll check that out. And in the next show, the TV show coming up, and the YouTube channel here, we're doing a show on the book, so I'll explain a lot more details about what's in the book. All right. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thanks for watching and listening in today. Until next time, keep your eyes on them skies.